Welcome to an HMC HealthWorks podcast. I am Megan Stikowski, and joining me is Beth Rockoff. Beth is a certified health coach for HMC HealthWorks, and today we'll focus on stress. Beth, while stress is a normal part of life, too much stress or unmanaged stress can be unhealthy.
That's right, Megan. Stress can come from work, family life, and our relationships with others. Stress is particularly hard to cope with in the moment. One of the techniques my clients seem to enjoy is to envision using an imaginary remote control. The same way you can turn down the volume on a TV, your imaginary remote control can be used to turn down the stress. The suggestion usually gets a chuckle, but can be very effective. In fact, one client told me that he had to use his remote to turn off the person who was causing the stress.
Well, that is a good suggestion. What are some other tips to help us manage stress?
Another tool for immediate use is, of course, taking long, deep breaths. We've all heard that we should count to 10 before we lose our cool, but even 3 deep breaths can help. Focus on your chest or belly expanding during the breathing in and just let it go to release the breath.
Do you have any other advice to help us manage stress in instances where deep breathing may not be suitable? For instance, in the workplace when you are face-to-face with a coworker, customer, or client.
Yes, some people are good visualizers. Think about a moment that brought you a sense of well-being. Maybe being outdoors and feeling a breeze, a time spent looking at the ocean or gazing at clouds. Let yourself be brought back to that time. Another response that someone shared with me that also gets a laugh but is really quite effective is when they need time to cool off, they would excuse themselves and say they needed to use the restroom. They could do that, and in the privacy of the stall, they could deep breathely and mentally reset. Try to determine if the person is difficult or the situation is difficult, and redirect negative or non-productive thoughts and feelings.
Well, those are some great techniques. Beth, you've shared something for everyone to use in the moment. What about dealing with everyday stress?
A wonderful daily stress buster is, of course, any form of exercise or yoga. Not everyone is able to do that because of their hectic schedules, but stretching, a short walk, or time spent outdoors are all good choices. Developing good sleep habits allows you to have a clear head, which helps you navigate stress with less difficulty. Another tool I recommend to reduce daily stress is to avoid taking on other people's problems and trying to solve them. Of course, we want to have empathy and acknowledge that their struggle is real.
Beth, these are valuable suggestions, but what if someone has tried all of these techniques along with others and doesn't feel like they're moving forward even in small ways? How much stress can or should we handle by ourselves, and how do we know if and when we need help?
It's important to remember that sometimes when we've exhausted all of these other options, we do need to seek professional help. Some chronic stress-related signs are that you have difficulty sleeping or are sleeping too much. The same goes with eating habits. Extreme mood swings and frequent headaches or stomach aches can also be an indication that a professional might be needed. Contact your personal physician or your EAP program for assistance.
Beth, we really appreciate you sharing all of this helpful and important information today. And thank you, everyone, for listening in. And stay tuned for more HMC HealthWorks podcasts.